I lock the bathroom door and press my back against the cool tile. The phone trembles in my hand as I hit call. A voice answers before the second ring. Aria, it's Evan. Don't panic, just listen. My breath catches, his name sharp in my memory. Why are you calling me? What is going on? He exhales, the sound uneven. Your family, they're planning something tonight. I saw their group messages. They want your fingerprint. My stomach twists until it hurts. You're joking, right? This isn't funny. I wish I was. They mentioned your crypto account. They think if you're unconscious, they can access it. I grip the counter, staring at my reflection. Same face, different eyes, cold, calculating eyes. Mom's voice echoes downstairs, soft and cheerful. She's talking about dessert like everything is normal. 5 months ago, they asked for money again. A small loan, they said, 17,000 this time. I said no. For the first time in my life, I said no. The silence that followed was punishment enough. No calls, no texts, no family. Now they want to take everything at once. Evan's voice pulls me back to the present. They don't know I can still see the group chat. I stayed in there after Lyra dumped me. When I saw what they planned, I had to warn you. My hands shake, but my mind starts to sharpen. Years in cybersecurity taught me how to handle threats. Thank you, Evan. You might have just saved my life. You need to get out of there right now. I can't. If I leave, they'll know I found out. And I need proof. He hesitates, then sighs. You're braver than you should be. Maybe, or maybe I'm just tired of running. The call ends. Silence fills the room. I splash water on my face, watching droplets fall like seconds. I've built firewalls for corporations, stopped hackers, traced scams. But nothing prepares you for betrayal from your own blood. I straighten my shoulders and pocket the phone. I remember Dad teaching me how to set a password. Never use your birthday, he said with a laugh. The irony burns now like acid. Downstairs, the sound of silverware clinking grows softer. They think they're patient hunters. They don't know I'm already setting the trap. I scroll through my security app, enable audio recording. A red light flashes once and fades. Everything from now on will be evidence. I adjust my breathing, rehearse calm. To them, I'll look like the obedient daughter again. But inside, I'm the one holding the match. One spark, and the illusion of family burns to ash. I unlock the door and step into the hallway. The air smells of candle wax and deception. Downstairs, laughter rings out. It's fake, rehearsed, perfectly synchronized. I descend each step like walking into a battlefield. This time I'm ready. I step back into the dining room, every eye turning toward me. Mom smiles too quickly, her hands folded neatly on the table. Everything okay, sweetheart? She asks, voice dripping concern. Just a work call, I reply, my tone steady, my heart not. Dad nods, pretending interest but watching every movement I make. Lyra twirls her fork, feigning casual, eyes flicking to my glass. The purple liquid gleams like poison under soft light. I take my seat again, pretending to relax. They expect hesitation, but I give them control instead. I lift the glass, swirling it once, the scent oddly sharp. It smells sweet, too sweet, masking something metallic beneath. Mom leans forward slightly, her breath hitching. Go on, she says softly, you used to love this. My hand trembles, just enough to sell the act. I take a small sip, letting the liquid touch my tongue. Sweet, tart, then bitter at the edge. I swallow only a drop before lowering the glass. Delicious as always, Mom, I lie smoothly. Her eyes brighten with something dangerous, almost relief. Dad exhales, shoulders easing. Lyra forces a giggle. The performance continues, everyone pretending to be whole. I reach for my napkin, dabbing the corner of my mouth. When no one looks, I tilt the glass over the potted fern. The soil drinks the purple quietly, no trace left behind. A single drop clings to my hand, faintly sticky. I wipe it away, forcing calm into my movements. My head feels light, a faint buzz spreading through my veins. Even that tiny taste was enough. Mom glances at me, voice soft and sweet again. "You look tired, honey. Maybe rest on the couch." "Yes," Lyra adds, "the couch is much more comfortable." Their eagerness twists my stomach. I smile faintly, nodding as if grateful. "Maybe just for a minute," I murmur. Dad stands, helping me to the living room. His touch is gentle, practiced, fatherly. But his eyes avoid mine. The couch is cool against my skin, leather creaking under me. I sink back, closing my eyes halfway. I'll pretend, I tell myself. I'll let them think they've won. Mom smooths my hair, her fingers lingering too long. "We'll clean up dinner," she whispers. "Just relax." Their footsteps fade, soft laughter retreating to the kitchen. I steady my breathing, slow, rhythmic, believable. The world tilts slightly, the faint drug still humming in my blood. I focus on the sounds, chairs moving, whispers cutting the silence. 10 minutes pass, maybe more. Then I hear them return, quiet but close. "Is she out?" Dad murmurs. "Completely," Lyra says too confidently. Something cold brushes my wrist, lifting my hand gently. The phone screen glows faintly against my skin. They're testing my fingerprint. My pulse drums in my ears, but I stay still. Each press, each failed attempt, another nail in their coffin. Mom whispers, "Keep trying. She won't remember any of this." If only they knew. I remember everything. And the recording hasn't missed a single word. Their whispers bleed into the quiet, soft as venom. Did it unlock? Dad's voice is low, tense, impatient. "No," Lyra mutters. "She's got extra security." Her tone sharpens like broken glass. Mom sighs, the sound of false patience. "Keep trying. We need that money tonight." The words slide through me like ice. So it's true. Every warning, every suspicion. They think I'm asleep, helpless, unaware. They don't know I'm counting every second. My phone logs each fingerprint, each failed attempt. Every sound recorded, every word preserved. Dad paces, muttering numbers under his breath. 180,000. More than enough. Enough for what? I wonder bitterly. Enough to buy their comfort, while I lose everything. Lyra curses softly. She's using double authentication. She always was paranoid. Dad chuckles darkly. Wonder where she learned that. "From you, I think. From all of you." Mom leans closer. Maybe we wake her gently. People talk when they're half asleep. Dad nods. Let's try that next. I slow my breathing even more, feigning deeper sleep. Lyra brushes hair from my face, her perfume sickly sweet. She was the one who begged for help last year. I covered her debt, sold my stocks. And this is how she says thank you. Mom whispers again, low and urgent. "Once we move the funds, it's done. She'll think she was hacked. She'll never know." The floor seems to pulse beneath me, heartbeat steady, rage deeper. I want to open my eyes, to scream. But control is the only weapon I have left. Dad kneels beside me, voice rough. "She trusted me with her passwords once. Try Alaska, try her birthday." "Already did," Lyra snaps. "Nothing works." Mom hisses, "Stop arguing, just get it done." Their desperation fills the air like smoke. I catch fragments of their guilt, twisted into excuses. "We're doing this for the family. She has more than she needs. She doesn't even visit us anymore." Each sentence cuts deeper than the last. They've rewritten love into justification. Dad's hand trembles as he lifts my thumb again. The phone vibrates softly, access denied. He exhales, angry, defeated. Maybe we should have asked her instead of tricking her. Mom snaps, "It's too late for that now." The silence after her words is heavy. Lyra whispers, "What if she wakes up?" Then we tell her she fainted. Mom replies coldly. I memorize the tone, the rhythm, the proof. The mask has fallen. There's nothing left to save. Their voices blur, overlapping, desperate. Money, debt, excuses, fear. Everything I thought was love reduced to currency. I focus on the faint vibration from my phone. The recording is safe. The evidence is building. Soon, the truth will burn through this house. And when it does, I'll be the only one still standing. Mom's whisper slices through the dark like a thread. Don't wake her yet. We'll try the fingerprint again. My pulse slows until it matches the ticking clock. I keep my eyes shut, breathing soft and steady. Lyra shifts beside me, nervous energy radiating. Dad mutters something about the lone shark calling again. Debt, always debt, their silent god. I feel the phone pressed against my thumb once more. The device hums, rejects the input, vibrates faintly. Denied, again. Frustration trembles in Dad's voice. What kind of system needs this much security? The kind built to keep people like you out. I want to laugh but stay silent. Each failure adds another timestamp to my proof. Each movement builds my case. Mom paces the carpet, her perfume choking the air. We just need enough to buy time. Lyra, try again, gently. Her fingers are cold, trembling slightly as she holds my hand. I remember holding hers once when she cried about her debts. I remember believing she could change. Now she's whispering passwords against my skin. Every syllable a betrayal. Dad curses softly under his breath. We'll lose the house, he says. Maybe she'll forgive us if we explain later. Mom snaps. She'll understand when she calms down. I almost smile. She's already too calm. Their words tangle into a blur of panic. They're sinking, clawing for control, calling it family. I shift slightly, pretending to dream. The motion draws Mom closer, checking my pulse. Still out, she murmurs. Her relief feels like poison. I use the moment to move my fingers. 3 taps, pause, 2 taps. The distress code I built years ago. The phone screen stays dark, but the signal goes out. Marcus will see it. He'll know what it means. Help is already on its way. I focus on staying still, waiting. Every nerve screams to move, to fight. But patience is survival. Mom leans toward Dad, whispering fast. Maybe the dose wasn't enough. My heart stutters. Dose. They gave me more than a sip. My tongue still tastes faintly of bitterness. The edges of the room blur, light and sound bending. I cling to consciousness with sheer will. Breathe, focus, stay awake. Footsteps move toward the kitchen. Water runs, a glass clinks. Dad's voice grows sharper, lower. If this doesn't work, we try something else. Something else. The words curdle in my stomach. What else could they mean? Mom returns, footsteps uneven. Her hand touches my forehead again, cold and trembling. We're doing this for all of us, she whispers. No, I think, you're doing it for yourself. Outside, faint sirens begin to grow louder. They haven't noticed yet, but I have. Each second tightens like a wire. My proof is safe, my plan in motion. All I have to do is wait for the knock on the door. The knock comes sharp and sudden, cutting through the air. Mom freezes mid-step, her hand clutching her cardigan. Who could that be? She whispers, voice cracking. Dad straightens, face hardening into false calm. Stay here, he mutters and walks toward the door. Lyra sets my phone down quickly, pretending innocence. I keep my eyes closed, body limp, heart racing. The front door creaks open, voices spill inside. Good evening, ma'am. We received a distress call from this address. The tone is firm, professional, unmistakably police. Mom's voice trembles, but she forces a smile. A mistake, officer. My daughter just fell asleep after dinner. The room fills with the shuffle of boots and clipped radio static. I feel the air change, sharp with authority and tension. A paramedic kneels beside me, gentle fingers on my wrist. Miss, can you hear me? I flutter my eyelids, slow, measured, believable. "What's happening?" I whisper weakly. "You're safe now," the woman says softly. Her flashlight passes over my pupils, calm and efficient. Behind her, Dad's voice rises in protest. "You can't just barge in here without cause." Another officer answers, tone unshaken. "We have reason to believe a drugging incident occurred." "Drugging?" Mom gasps, the word ringing hollow. "That's absurd. It's just grape juice." Lyra nods quickly, her voice too high. "Yes, she must be exhausted from work." The officers exchange a look. One of them lifts the crystal glass from the table. "This the one?" he asks. "Yes," I say quietly, meeting his eyes. "It smells sweet," I add, "too sweet." He nods to his partner, who opens a small test kit. The strip turns dark within seconds. "There are sedatives in here, strong ones." Mom sinks into a chair, her face pale as paper. Dad's jaw tightens, the mask cracking. Lyra stares at the floor, trembling. Officer Rodriguez steps forward, his tone controlled. "Miss, do you have any evidence to support your claim?" "Yes," I say, my voice steadier now. "My phone recorded everything since dinner began." I hand it to him, screen unlocked, files open. He listens through the earbuds, expression hardening. The others wait in silence, the ticking clock deafening. Finally, he looks up. This recording includes clear discussion of sedation and theft. Dad exhales sharply, ready to argue, but words fail him. Mom whispers something about misunderstanding, but it's too late. The officer gestures toward the kitchen. "We'll need to take samples of that juice." Two partners move quickly, evidence bags rustling. Lyra begins to cry, her shoulders shaking violently. "We just wanted help," she pleads. "We were desperate." I look at her, but there's no pity left in me. Family doesn't drug family. The words taste like iron on my tongue. Rodriguez turns back to me. "We'll take you to the hospital, just to be safe." I nod, gripping the blanket around my shoulders. As they lead me toward the door, I glance back once. Mom sits frozen, Dad staring at the floor, Lyra sobbing. The home I grew up in feels foreign now, hollow. The truth echoes louder than any siren. And the silence that follows feels like justice. 3 months later, the city hums outside my new apartment. The air smells like rain and fresh beginnings. I check the locks twice before setting down my bag. Old habits die hard, but they keep me safe. Austin feels nothing like home, and maybe that's the point. I built this space myself, every code, every sensor. The walls hum softly, with hidden circuits of protection. No more secrets hiding under the guise of love. My phone buzzes with a message from the court. Subject line, Commonwealth versus Maddox, final judgment. I open it slowly, the words crisp on the screen. 14 months probation, 6,000 in restitution. 2-year no contact order. No tears, no shaking, just the quiet exhale of closure. The system worked exactly as I designed it to. Evidence, verification, consequence, cause and effect. I close the laptop and glance around the apartment. A single glass of untouched grape juice sits on the counter. This time, I poured it myself. This time, I know exactly what's inside. The memory still lingers, the bitterness, the betrayal. But the fear no longer owns me. At work, they call me the firewall. The one who teaches others how to stay safe online. Every Wednesday night, I teach digital self-defense. Most exploitation doesn't come from strangers, I tell my students. It comes from the people who think they know you best. Their faces tight, some in recognition, some in denial. Your first layer of defense isn't software, I continue. It's boundaries, learn to say no and mean it. Applause ripples through the room. When class ends, Marcus waits by the door holding cider. His smile is small, kind, real. We toast in the office kitchen, laughter filling the sterile air. "To safety," he says. "To freedom," I reply. The words taste sweeter than any wine. Later, I sit by the window, city lights flickering below. My reflection looks steadier now, stronger. No more flinching at sudden knocks or ringing phones. Only the hum of technology and my own heartbeat. An email pops up on the screen from a student. She thanks me for the lesson, says she finally left her manipulative son. I stare at the message for a long time. Maybe healing isn't loud. Maybe it's a quiet chain reaction. I close the laptop, leaning back in the chair. Through the glass, the skyline glows like circuitry. This life is mine now, every password, every choice. No one can take it again. I whisper to the empty room, testing the sound. System activated. The speakers chime softly, confirming the phrase. Outside, thunder rolls in the distance. I smile, unafraid of storms anymore. Because now, when lightning strikes, I'm the one holding the power. I see her before she notices me. Lyra stands in the grocery aisle, studying a can of soup. Her hair is darker now, roots grown out, face pale. The designer purse is gone, replaced by a worn canvas bag. She looks smaller, quieter, like the world finally caught her. For a moment, I just watch her breathe. The past flickers between us, sharp and heavy. She lifts her eyes, and they meet mine. Recognition flashes, followed by something close to shame. Neither of us moves. The hum of the freezer fills the silence. I could walk to her, ask how she's been. I could offer forgiveness, or maybe demand it. But what would it change? Some things are too poisoned to repair. I give her a faint nod, nothing more. Her lips part like she wants to speak, but no words come. I turn away, my footsteps steady on the tile. Outside, the evening air feels clean again. Some endings don't need closure. Sometimes silence says everything.